engagement is a corporate priority for the city of Pickering, and staff are always looking for new and innovative ways to showcase our services to make sure that people understand they're accessible and transparent in our community. And that's why we ended up with 2 programs here. But anyway, the desire to connect with local residents led to a day-long event called the Pickering Town Center. It was called Your Pickering Comes to You, on Thursday, October the 10th, and shortly after, a program on Saturday, October the 19th for 3 hours in the afternoon at the Library, City Hall, and the Rec Center, and it was called Your City Welcome Home. The second program came about because the library board wanted to reach out to new immigrants in 2013. They wondered how well we were doing, and the Welcome Center staff, Sophia Vitar, came and saw the library board, and one of the things she said resonated with it, that new immigrants often come from countries that don't have a public library tradition, or they may have libraries but they're fee-based, and they might only just be really serious resources or serious studies, and children aren't welcome. And when we found out that, then we thought, well, let's showcase our services to new immigrants, invite them in for an afternoon, show them what we have, and then hopefully they'll understand that libraries are really welcoming to everybody in the community. So that was one of the reasons for the second event. I approached 2 people in the City Hall, someone from Economic Development, someone Culture and Rec, so we could put our pitch together to the CAO. And his manager of Administration Customer Services heard my pitch and said, oh, by the way, I'm doing something similar at the mall a week before. Are you sure you still need to do it? And I said, yes, we do. So she said, okay, let's brand it together. And that's why you have the branding. So we're 2 little bit different focuses. My partners at City Hall asked us if we would expand it not only to new immigrants but to newcomers as well, because of course it's the whole community. So that's what we did. So just to focus on the first event, and that's the full day event at the mall. That's sort of a floor plan, and that was just a reminder to me to talk about all the planning that goes into an event like this. First of all, we had to go to every single department of the city and find out who was going to be involved. And a lot of the departments aren't used to taking their department on the road. They have to in the future for community engagement, but they don't necessarily have booths set up and professional materials and things like that. So you need to make sure that they're comfortable, and you also have to spend some time letting them think about how can they be interactive with the public and make it fun and engagement for the public. So if you give them that challenge, you'll be surprised what they come up with. They do a really good job, but you need to give them the time to do that, to give that buy-in. We solved the communication problem, but every department that was going to be in the mall was on the planning committee, so that they had the time and take back to the other staff and get them excited. And then of course there's always the routine, like what space do you need? Well, how much power do you need? Assume everybody has power these days. And linens and tablecloths and all those little details. The other thing, this is sort of an overview. The left-hand side is missing all the other booths on the left-hand side of this photo, but it gives you sort of a sense of our setup in the mall. But you need staff. This is a full-day event. It started at set up in 7 in the morning and didn't take down until 9 o'clock at night. And for some City Hall staff that work 9:30 or 8:30 to 4:30, there's a little bit of a shock to them as well. But you need time. You want them to be fresh and engaged, so you've got to trade staff out. Plus, you're still running City Hall back there if people are walking into City Hall, so that you want the staff back at City Hall, covering for everybody, feeling comfortable as well. The city was actively trying to cover their social media sites and sign up people for their new e-newsletters at this event. So if you did sign up for them, you could win a Pickering Town Center gift card or a bicycle, because Pickering is very much into sustainability. So who was there? First of all, city development was there, the planning department. The city planners were there to talk about the downtown intensification and the Seton development. Finance, they were there to talk about taxes and budget. I think it's the first time they took a show on the road, so they were really happy about that. And that transitions into right now, they're putting a lot of information about the new budget on their website, trying to engage the public. So that was a good starting point for them. This was my favorite. This was building services. They built a food tower, and their staff was on hand to talk about obtaining building permits and building safely. And I know the manager who oversaw this whole project was really worried about that structure. But it's actually built very safely, I promise. The food was all donated by a local food store, Allen's Independent Grocer, and there was also a place you could donate food because it was around Thanksgiving. Culture and Rec had a DJ playing music all day to provide atmosphere, but also to provide support because the Recreation Department teaches line dancing and Latin line dancing, break dancing, clog dancing, ballroom dancing, drumming, and even singing through the Pickering Stars Teens competition, had some singers. So all of those performed during the day, made a lot of fun. There was a fun free stuff for teens booth and volunteer opportunities for teens. And the recreation complex was setting up new birthday party program, not beyond the pool. So they actually have quite extensive birthday parties, and they were letting the little kids participate in some of those birthday party activities as well. Customer care was on hand, and that's a great department. Customer care at the City of Pickering, that's the department you reach when you walk in the front door of City Hall. And if you phone in and you don't know who to talk to, they're the ones that'll answer the majority of the questions for you, and if they don't know, they will connect you to who you need to know at the City Hall. The library was there, of course, showcasing a wide variety of services that we had. We were also giving out branded coloring crayons and huge coloring sheets. We'd hoped to run some preschool story times there, but it was a little bit too noisy, so we had to change on the fly, so you have to be a little bit flexible in events like this. Fire services, was around Fire Prevention Month, so they were handing out these little fire hats for the kids, and the most popular thing was this huge mobile car that was running around around the displays, and they were talking. I think adults got more of a kick out of it watching than the kids. The fire department was running that and talking away to people. The museum had this chest, and it was full of clothes from pioneer times, and the kids could take them out, try them on, talk to the volunteers from the museum about clothing and pioneer times. So it was just a lot of fun. Feedback from this event, Pickering residents said they really enjoyed talking to staff to face-to-face. I mean, some departments are out on the road all the time, but not all the range of departments that we had there, so that was really nice. Parents really appreciated us interacting with their kids and keeping them busy so they could chat with us. The live entertainment was a draw throughout the mall, so the mall even appreciated that and were very supportive. Staff said because it was a Thursday, there was some lulls in traffic during the day. But when I spoke to my staff, we spoke to 270 people, Pickering residents, and we participate in a lot of activities in the mall. When we go in on a Saturday, we often find we're talking to people from other parts of Durham or Scarborough. So we're talking about libraries in general and selling public libraries. But this time we were talking to our residents during the week. So we actually thought this was better for us. The city, the marketing staff were thrilled. They registered 45 people for their e-newsletters and 300 extra people for their social media sites. And that's in one day, as opposed to maybe passively doing it on the website and trying to reach people. So I think it was a great event, and I think it's replicable. It's easy for anybody to do, and it's a starting point for public participation. I'm not saying this is in depth, and I think you need to go way beyond this if you're going to be a community engagement. But it's a great way, a starting point, particularly if you've got departments that are hidden away in City Hall that don't get out there yet. It's a great way to get them started on the process. So switching gears, the Your City Welcome Home, it was 3 hours on Saturday, October the 19th. And it took place at City Hall, the Rec Center, and the library. And there's a little map on the back just in case someone didn't know quite where they were. All library staff wear a green t-shirt and library pages as well. We give out new t-shirts to all our staff, and if they wear the t-shirt during the regular work week, they're allowed to wear jeans any day of the week, so they're willing to wear them. They like them. But on events like this, we all wear our t-shirts so that we're highly visible when we're holding events like that. We had library pages at the front of all 3 facilities that would walk people to another place, hand them a postcard that they could enter for a draw box, and if they went to all 3 sites, up here on the back there was a place we would stamp it as well. They'd put in the draw box, and they would win a mini iPad from the Future Shop. The Future Shop loves libraries, we find, because they sell technology. We teach people how to use it. It's a great sell for them. So they actually give referrals to the library all the time, they tell us now, because people are a little intimidated. You end up paying for a service there. But if you come into the library, we'll help you and keep helping you for free. So they're a great sponsor if you haven't had them yet. We advertised everywhere, local newspaper ad, snap ad, website landing page, our internal televisions, our what's on publication. But our biggest thing was our direct mail. We had about 2,000 of these printed for direct mail delivery. Canada Post delivered them, and they delivered them to our newest areas in Pickering. So it was a brand new retirement place. The Duffin Heights, which is an Up Rock Road, is a new housing development for us, and also San Francisco on the Bay on the south end of Pickering developed. So we targeted this new area specifically. We also went to our community partners, and that was the Welcome Center, the Durham Unemployed Center, the Settlement Workers in Schools, and the Welcome Wagon, and they delivered these postcards to their people, their clients, for us as well. So that was great. The goal was to move clients, as I said, to the 3 locations. It was pretty easy. We're all inside. Unfortunately, that day it was quite rainy, so that was a little bit of a discouragement. But there was quite a few people who did participate. Just to show you at City Hall, we had customer care, we had city development, we had tourism to promote the city as well. The fire department was there, a little different showcase. In this case, they had this huge building that's sort of cut in half because they were talking about fire safety plans with the kids that were there. We also had a high school student who was doing a co-op placement with the city, and he took over council chambers and talked about municipal government for people who may not know municipal government. One of the things that, too, that a few people told me that day is they were really impressed to meet the mayor, because where they came from, you didn't talk to the mayor. It just wasn't, the head of local government was not accessible. It just wasn't done. So here was the mayor and councillors were standing there in the lobbies and moving through these venues, and apparently that was extremely popular. Our community partners, I put in City Hall, and then, as I said, the Welcome Center, the Durham Unemployed Help, Settlement Workers, and the Welcome Wagon. And it was really nice, too, is all of those staff promised that if there was a problem, a language barrier, they would try and help us with that at that event. So we really appreciated that offer. Again, the mayor was there, the councillors, the recreation complex was open, and they were showcasing their services that day. And also they had new banquet hall facilities that opened they wanted to show as well. In the library, the most expensive thing I did was I catered some food because it was through the lunch hour, and I figured it will stop people. They will stop and they will talk to my board, library board, and it worked. At one point, the lobby was absolutely packed with people. You could not move for people talking. And unfortunately, I can't get those kind of pictures because every photo I take, I have to have permission slip from every single person in those pictures, so it's hard for me to capture those pictures. I'm hoping the city will change their policy, but that's what it is right now. But it was very, very popular. In the library, I had the circulation staff talking about our new book club sets and our popular short-term loan materials, sorry. Our programming staff were giving out candy and talking about our new online registration system. And I had so many tweets from teens that day saying, "My library's awesome. I'm studying here at the library," and they gave me candy. The children's staff were doing crafts with the kids so that they could have a chat with parents about preschool story times and other programs that we run. The collections staff were talking in our computer lab about a new online product called Learn for Life, which is courses you can take online and earn certificates for, as well as our Mango languages, so learn another language or learn English. Our home library service was giving out pens and talking about home visits to the elderly or sick, or the CNIB service. And some of you may not realize the CNIB works with a lot of public libraries because they are only mandated to deal with people who with visual impairments. I don't have that restriction. I can deal with anyone with a print disability. So someone who is dyslexic, for instance, they can come in the library and I can access CNIB material for them. Our local history librarian did a Pickering trivia contest on the history of Pickering. And so those are our happy prize winners down at the bottom. And our CEO and Councillor Rigg is pricking them. So how effective was this event? I'd say a mixed response, I have to be honest. I have about 1,200 people come in on a typical Saturday in my library, and that day I had 1,500, so I knew I'd draw 300 extra people. As I said, it was extremely busy, and a lot of people were sitting chatting. Library board felt they talked to a lot of new people, new residents to the Pickering, and new immigrants to the community. It was a good PR value. I heard lots of great feedback and received a lot of good feedback about this is a great idea, really liked it, liked learning about the library. The local history librarian spoke to 100 people about local history, and 50 people took the quiz and won a little prize. The direct mail, which I hoped would sort of prove targeting the audience, unfortunately I only got 3 of those back out of the 2,000 that I mailed out. So how effective? Did they just show up and did not bring that postcard back? That's possible. So it's hard to prove. So that's where I'm sort of wondering, did I really reach an audience that already was using the library and just educated them more about, or did I really reach a target audience? So next time we do it, I'll have to find another way to see how successful I am that way. A community partner said there was some lulls in City Hall. I mean, people are not used to going to City Hall on a Saturday afternoon. If I did it again, I would move them back in the library because I think we had more traffic there. But I do think it's replicable. I don't think I do this particular program every year, but as we get newer, if Duffin Heights fills out more than in 2 or 3 years, then I probably want to do this again because it is a great way to showcase services. And as I said, community development, this is showcasing is something anybody can do. It is a low level, it doesn't require huge commitment, and it's a starting point for community engagement. I think we want to build on this, but it's a good starting point for us. So thank you very much.